not attempt to adjust your dial. Ba-da-bum-bum-bum. It's your boy Big Vern. This is App Stupid, the fastest growing sports and entertainment show on these YouTube streets. You're welcome. Holla at your boy. You know how it goes down on a Sunday. Well, no, it's Saturday. Jesus. Oh, the Saturday getting busy. Please hit the like and subscribe button. It goes a long way. Frigid Saturday here in the Midwest. High today is going to be about 43. So if you got to get your pets out, make sure you get them out early, stretch your legs, and then get on back in the house where it's nice and warm. Enjoy some good college basketball as the season comes to a close. So in our last segment, we talked about Greg Popovich. Should he come back after a stroke? I don't think so. I think that you've left the organization in a great place. They've got a good roster. And right now you can ride off into the sunset. The man has 5 NBA championships. He has countless top NBA talent that is going to the Hall of Fame. There's nothing more that he needs to prove. Then we talked about Anthony Davis. The lights finally cut on for him when he gives an interview to the LA Times the same day that the Mavericks played the Los Angeles Lakers. You got to see what was on his mind, and you got to read between the lines. So pretty much you'll find out our thoughts on that. And then we talked in the opening segment, Freeway Ricky, aka the real Rick Ross, he calls Floyd Schofield Sr. a sucker and a dummy. So check that out. So from the world of the National Basketball Association, we go into college football. Nebraska. Yep, Nebraska. Matt Rhule and company. They hire ex-Patriots and Panthers staffer Patrick Stewart as the GM of the team. Now, this article was from CBS Sports and Will Backus. And I was left with the phrase from Antonio Tarver when he fought Roy Jones and knocked him out. He says, "So what's your excuse now, Roy?" That's how I feel about Matt Rhule. What's your excuse now? Now, Stewart, who just finished his 13th year in New England across multiple stints, most recently he served as the Patriots Director of Player Personnel during the 2024 season. Stewart reunites with the Cornhuskers coach Matt Rhule after previously serving as a member of his staff with the Carolina Panthers in 2020 to 2022. Stewart joined the franchise as the team's Director of Player Personnel before being evaluated to Vice President of Player Personnel. So again, if this doesn't work, then what? If this doesn't work, then what? Honestly, folks, that's a fair question. You got the AD you wanted. You got a big time commitment and investment in football from the Cornhuskers. You now have the new GM that you wanted. All of these concessions that the Cornhuskers have made, the good folks of Lincoln, you're 12-13 right now. So this has got to be a make or break year for you. This has got to be a make or break year for the Nebraska Cornhuskers and Matt Rhule. Because if he doesn't get it together, can you say that this was a failure? That's an honest question. And I'm not saying that he's a failure. I'm saying that the experiment is over and that you need to start looking for a coach. Because when you've made these concessions and he still doesn't have a winning record and we're into year 3 of his contract, and the Big Ten has gotten really hard and super complex. Tell you what, let's get a quick 20 from a rap album that we promoting this month. This is Big Vern. Drop the spot. It's your boy Big Vern coming to you from App Stupid Studios, pumping another rap album. IDK, Bravado Intimo, in stores now. Get it where you legally consume music, whether it be Apple Music, Google Play, or Spotify. My personal favorites on the track is Mario Coins. Mario Coins is crazy. Then there's CU. Then there's Miles Trumpet Part 2. I think what's so dope about this album is like he recorded it in reverse. Because on side 2, you get Miles Trumpet 1. I'm telling you, I'm calling it early. This album has to be a candidate for Album of the Year. It is hands down the best rap album so far of 2025. IDK, Bravado Intimo, in stores now. IDK, shout out to him. I thought it was a dope album. So when we go back and we look at Nebraska, they opened the season against Cincinnati. They should win that game. I don't believe in Satterfield to do anything but go up there and lay an egg. Then they play Akron, and then they play Houston Christian. I don't know why. Like I say, it's probably them just stacking up victories before you actually play anybody. But then they open up against Michigan. That's when the Big Ten kicks off, and that's September the 20th. Then they have to play Michigan State. Then they play Maryland. They could start off in the conference 0-3. Then they end up playing Northwestern, followed by USC. USC comes to town. Then they have to go out to Brentwood and Pasadena. They've got to play UCLA. Who knows what they're going to look like in Deshaun Foster's second year. Then they go to Happy Valley and they play the Nittany Lions, which Jim Knowles is now running that defense. So that's going to be a real tough one. Then they play the Iowa Hawkeyes. That's it. That's it. And so now that you have the GM you want, now that you have a favorable schedule, you're not playing the Indianas, you're not playing Oregon, you're not playing Ohio State. You're just, like I said, this is the softest schedule I've ever seen. This is the softest schedule I've ever seen. And so if Nebraska doesn't have a winning record, you have to hold Matt Rhule accountable. We gave you the GM from Washington. You wanted him, you got him. You cried about the football budget. You wanted it, we gave it to you. We gave you serious commitments and concessions. You got it. You wanted a new president or a GM, a player personnel. You used to work with the dude in New England and Carolina. Okay, cool. We'll give you that. You're 12-13, sir. There are no more concessions. If you don't get it done with this Mickey Mouse cupcake schedule, masquerading as a Big Ten team, you're never going to get it done. It's set up for you to actually get wins. Cincinnati, Akron, Houston Christian, you're going to start the season 3-0. That doesn't mean you're back. Michigan's going to bring you back down to earth. Michigan State's going to bring you down to earth. And you've got to go to College Park to play Maryland. You could potentially start off in the conference 0-3. If you're 3-3 on a Mickey Mouse schedule like this, no way. No way. Because Minnesota's a tough out. I don't know why people overlook Minnesota. Minnesota is a really scrappy, hard-fought football team. But Minnesota can be beat. But if they beat you, what does that say about your program? Northwestern, they're not a perennial powerhouse. USC's got Rob Ryan back there calling the defense. They've got a high-powered offense now. Lincoln Riley is looking to go ahead and get his revenge. That's not a game that I would take lightly. UCLA, again, Deshaun Foster is going to have those boys ready to play. Penn State, Jim Knowles is going to have that defense ready. Franklin and the boys are, look, they came a sniff away from being in the national championship game. You don't think they want some payback? You don't think they want to get to the mountaintop? Of course they do. Then you got to play Captain Kurt and the Iowa Hawkeyes. That might be a game that might be slow, but that's definitely a winnable game. And that's your season. Your season is over November the 28th, 3 days after Thanksgiving. I'm not going here. If you can defend any of this, get in the comments. This is your boy Big Vern, because I don't think so. I really don't think so. This is shameful. Again, if you are listening to this pod, get in the comments. Let us know, did we get it right? What did we leave out? This is Big Vern. We talk back. We'll be back. Top of the hour. This is your boy Big Vern at App Stupid.